My name is Brooke. This is Karen. We are hanging out in our friend Melissa's office and talking a little bit more about strength in our story. And one of the things I've just been thinking about is just life in general. People's lives that look so put together. You know,
Right.
Those people that look like everything. Sometimes you feel like they were just born into a better situation. They are born into a family with money, a family with influence, a family with healthy patterns. And then you look at your own and you're like, that's not happening over here. But I think what you realize as you get a little bit older is nobody's family's perfect. Even the families that look like they have it all going on, that look like everything's great, there's always some cracks there because we're all human, and nobody's perfect and no family is perfect. And one of the things I noticed when we were going through Joseph's is if you were looking from the outside in, Joseph's family looked pretty good. I mean, they had a lot of resources, they had a lot of wealth. They were God's chosen people, so they were royalty, basically. Joseph was given the position of authority in his family. He was ruling over his brothers. He was carrying the mantle that his dad had given him, and it looked good. And when we think about his story, we think he had this amazing story. But if we look closer, we'll see the cracks that were there, which was the family dysfunction, the animosity between him and his brothers. And, by the time he was a teenager, he had already lost his mother. So he had really lived through a lot of trauma and a lot of hurt at a very young age. So I think, we have to when we look at our own stories and when we look at other people's, we have to realize there's never this perfect situation. We're all living in a fallen world and we're all dealing with brokenness and pain. It may be packaged differently in each of our families, but it's there for all of us.
Yeah, and we spend so much time trying to project an image that we've got it all together. And the reality is, like you said, Brooke, nobody has it all together. There isn't a perfect human and there isn't a perfect family. Every family, every story has cracks in it. And there just comes a point in our lives where we just get tired of trying to keep filling those cracks and trying to keep up the image. So what do we do when we've hit that point and we're like, I just don't have the energy to keep doing this. I don't have the energy to keep trying to protect this image or to keep filling in the cracks. What do we do? What do we hold on to? Well, when we look at Joseph's story, God gave Joseph something to hang on to with all those cracks. In the middle of all the animosity that he was dealing with, God gave him a dream. And in that dream, there was a promise. And that's what Joseph hung on to. So I wonder, what is the dream that God has given to you and I? What has he deposited in us? The anchor, the promise that we can hold on to when things aren't as pretty on the inside as they are on the outside. That's what we want to invite you to discover with us as we unpack our stories in light of Joseph's story. What are the dreams? What are the promises? That's what we can hold on to, because that anchor helps us move forward when life happens and wants to make us stand still. So come join us as we continue to unpack, strengthen our story. Follow the links below. We look forward to the journey together.